products, things that are new to me that maybe you might be interested in. It's always sponsored by Century Tile. Take a listen to this.
No, it's live.
It's live? Oh. I thought you recorded it and then we were going to talk. No. There's Neal right there. Neal, say something. Talk to the people.
Hello, Lou. Hello, audience.
You know, it's early. It's early. I know I've been doing this for an hour. I think I might need something. I think my blood sugar's low.
Get the man some coffee.
I have coffee. I think I need a cupcake. All right, I'm sorry. I'm with it now. Normally, I didn't realize. Okay, you got it. I understand. You did tell me this. Neal Katz is here, and with Neal, you're with Siding-1.
Yes, I am.
And you guys do a lot of different things here: siding, windows, roofs, exterior repairs, gutters, the whole 9 yards. But what we're talking specifically about today is metal roofing.
Right.
Most people, I think, when they think about metal roofing, they think about like a standing seam metal roof like they see in a barn. Very nice roofing systems and really terrific, but there's alternatives to that, and that's what we're talking about today.
Correct. What you say about most people thinking of barns and things like that with the standing seam, that is the typical vision that people have of a metal roof. Today we've got, we can do a shingle, we can do a shake, we can do a Spanish tile. They come in both smooth coat as well as a powdered coat.
My lovely assistant Carol Merrill is showing the, you have to be a certain age to know who Carol is. Lindsay has no idea. And she's showing the metal roof. It's a beautiful color on you, Lindsay. It matches your eyes. Okay, so.
And it's really designed so that you not only have an extremely functional roof, but a very attractive roof when you're done with it and everything.
It's essentially a metal shingle.
Correct.
And goes on similarly to a conventional shingle.
Correct. It does go on in a very similar manner. There's a thermal barrier that we put down beforehand on the roof, and then the shingle goes on directly above that. Standing seam and shingle style will actually go directly on the roof.
Right.
If we're using a tile or we're using a shake pattern, then we put a bat in between, which creates another thermal barrier as well.
Now, this particular style that I'm looking at, now, this one right here, do they all have this shape? I mean, it's very similar to a ceramic tile roof.
That is the
style.
That is the Spanish tile. There's also, as I said, a shake pattern and a shingle pattern as well as the standing seam.
And you've got, it's a powder coated finish on top of it, and you not only have a smooth, but there's actually a textured. We'll talk about the warranty and the durability of that powder coat finish.
Okay, the powder coat finish is actually applied using electric. We do an electromagnetic process on the shingle to begin with, the metal, and then we spray the powder on there. So that assures you that you're getting complete coverage over the whole shingle and everything. And that powder coat is it's like totally durable. It's got a 50-year warranty with it. But the shingle itself, the roof itself, comes with a 50-year non-prorated transferable warranty. This is a permanent roof. This is the last roof you will ever have to install on your home.
I'm going to stop you there because when you talk about prorated, a lot of times with roofing, you get these warranties with standard roofing, but it is a prorated on the material only, right?
Correct.
So give an example. So let's say you've got a 10-year-old roof and it fails by a certain manufacturer. They'll come out, take a look at it, but...
Correct. Actually, I've got somebody we were talking to recently that had put on a roof about 2 years ago with a composition construction, which is basically an asphalt roof. And they put on a new roof. It cost about $12,000. It failed within the first 2 years. They talked to the manufacturer. The manufacturer was willing to give them, I think at that point, about $2,400.
Right.
So it was, a fraction of what they had spent for the roof. It was only 2 years old.
Right.
With the metal roof, that is not an issue at all. I mean, for 50 years, it's non-prorated, it's transferable.
Now, some of the questions that people ask about metal roofing, a cost comparative to you can't certainly compare the cost to a standard 3-tab shingle because it's a premium roof product.
Correct.
But if you compare it to you know, a lot of people now are doing laminate architectural shingles. What does it cost percentage-wise? I realize every job's different because I would think that, you can put that down, by the way, it's not television. I mean, you can continue to hold it if you'd like a good workout, yeah. You've got a fair amount of work here. I mean, I would think that the protrusions in a roof, it take a little bit longer to get that right, with plumbing stacks and whatnot, so the flashing and whatnot. What are we talking cost-wise?
Yeah, basically, you're talking probably about 60, maybe 70% more for the metal roof. But again, if you think of a composition roof and that over, you know, if you think of a 50-year period, you're probably putting 3 of them on during that period, where you're putting on 1 of the metal roof.
And architecturally, the only way I mean, looking at the tile style here, the only way you're going to get that roof is if you do a tile roof, which is a gazillion times more expensive than that. And there's only like 2 people that do that. I mean, it's not, tile roof installation it's a beautiful roofing system, but it's very labor intensive. And also the weight is an issue too with the tile roof. This stuff is not any heavier than standard roofing, correct?
It's actually lighter, okay, so that we're about on 100 square feet, you're about 120 pounds for the metal roof. On a typical composition roof, you're going to be about 175 pounds. You can go up to about 235 pounds on an architectural shingle. If you
and that's it. Just so everybody understands. So in that 10 by 10 square, typically, although it doesn't apply to metal roofing, but the heavier the square, the stronger the shingle when you come to a composite.
Correct.
So when you're saying, oh, it's 200 pounds per square, that's a pretty big, thick roof that you should get a lot of performance out of. But with this, it's actually lighter with more performance.
Exactly. And then if you went with a true tile roof, clay tile or something like that, you're talking close to 1,000 pounds.
Right. Which the average roof wouldn't be able to support.
Correct.
Right. Well, it's very interesting. I think that it's a really neat option, and we'll talk a little bit later on, but the fact that when you're doing these improvements now and everybody's wondering, well, should I do this, should I invest in this kind of stuff? I mean, this is kind of a game changer that's not only like, I want a roof, but I want a roof to say something about my house. And so it's kind of it's a feel-good proposition as well when it comes to the installation.
It is. You know, it really does dramatically change the look of your house. And people, it is one of those things, people literally drive by and go and stop their cars and say, wow, that's really cool. You know, I wonder where that came from.
Do they have does the company offer like a virtual, do they do anything like where they do a virtual roof that you can take a picture of your house and then put that roof on it?
As a matter of fact, we can.
Well, look at that. I didn't even know that. I just guessed on it. Because, I mean, I would want to do that, right? Like, I'd want to make sure that it looked right, because it's kind of forever. The last thing you want to do is say, what's your name back there, you two from Niles?
Phil and Tommy.
Phil and Tommy. So Tommy says, I'm going to do this roof. Okay, and then Tommy comes home, right? You're Tommy?
I'm Tommy.
You're Tommy. And says, what in the heck did you put on the roof? Right? You want to see it first.
Yeah, you can. You know, we have large samples that we bring out also.
Sure.
So you can see all the different colors and everything. But you actually can go out and, you know, we work with Metal Pro Roofing out of Indiana, and we can actually recreate your roof, you know, take pictures and recreate your house.
I would think that would be like a given, that if someone's going to invest in this kind of roof, that's what you would do.
Actually,
put that on your sales call. Just throwing that out there.
Haven't had a lot of calls for it yet, but we're going to
right now. You hear that? Listen, know what that is? It's phone ringing. Neal Katz with Siding-1 talking about metal roof. Thanks so much for doing it. Nice job. Nice job. It's 7:23 in the morning. Lou Manfredini live out at the Siding-1 Windows 1 headquarters at 3066 North Clybourne Avenue. Come out and see us here. We'd be more than happy to say hello. And there's lots of yummy food and raffle tickets and all that good stuff. Look, the nights are getting colder, right? So go nuts down at Century Tile with deals, especially for all you thrifty